Hello YouTube, my name is Nick, and today I have episode 9, the last video in the assault rifle section for my Gun of the Day series. I'm using the final assault rifle that you unlock, the AK-47, and personally I think this is one of the most fun weapons to use in the game. I really like it. It's a fun gun to use. It's probably not the best assault rifle in the game, but it's definitely a very effective weapon. And it's very fun, very popular gun. A lot of people like this gun, but you unlock it at level 70, so you don't see it a whole lot because many people will choose to prestige or just decide not to use it. The AK-47 has a maximum damage of 40 and a minimum damage of 30, meaning that with stopping power, you're going to kill 2 bullets close range and 3 bullets long range. So it's a pretty good gun to use. The only problem is that it's got a fair amount of recoil, and it's the only gun that has idle sway. But there's a catch with the idle sway. This gun only sways if you add an attachment to it. It has no idle sway when you're using no attachment, and the ACOG scope, I'm pretty sure, which I wouldn't really recommend using ACOG on this. My favorite attachment to use is the silencer, because I'm probably not going to be shooting people that far away, so I don't really need to have no idle sway, and don't really lose anything from the decreased range that the silencer adds to the gun. But it definitely is a very good gun to use with a silencer. First off, it has very good iron sights. A lot of people like this gun's iron sights because it's basically been in like every first-person shooter ever. So a lot of people have used this iron sight before, know what it feels like and looks like, and are very familiar with it. I definitely like the iron sights, and I find that with the silencer you have less flash when you shoot the gun, and that's a big problem with the AK. I find that a lot of times I'll shoot the gun, and as soon as I start shooting I can no longer see the target that I am shooting at, which is not too helpful. And right here I'm using the spas because I definitely like the spas on with my AK. I usually use this gun or this class on Storm, so I tend to stay in the building and then pull out my shotgun if I get to like the staircases where people tend to rush in a lot, and that works out quite well. The perks I'd recommend for this gun, really you can use a lot of first perks. I like Sleight of Hand because it gives a nice fast pace to the game, and reload and aim quick. And Marathon's a good perk to use too. Scavenger if you really want to get a lot of kills. And I guess you could really use one-man army if you like using that, as long as you're not using noob tubes, otherwise I don't want to talk to you. And yeah, the second perk I'd go with stopping power, just because I like that, but you can use a different second perk. It's a very powerful weapon, and it will still be fairly effective without stopping power. Only problem is if you silence it, then you start to have 4 bullet kills, and that's a little bit difficult sometimes. But it's definitely a effective weapon without stopping power. And your third perk, as always, doesn't really matter what your third perk is, unless it's a sniper, as which I would go with a steady aim, or possibly even a ninja, because ninja's like the pro perk to use and whatnot. I use it in like every class, except my snipers. But unless you have akimbo weapons or you're sniping, steady aim doesn't really help a lot. And yeah. The AK is a fairly close range weapon. You want to use it at a close to medium range, and that's because you're going to have your idle sway, you're going to have your recoil, and it's got a bit of damage reduction, so hitting all 3 bullets, or hitting 3 bullets on somebody before they get to cover across the map can be a bit difficult. So you want to stay close range. It's got a really high fire rate, and very powerful, so if you're close you can take people out, you can run around corners and kill people, and it's got a decent hip fire to it, so that's good. Right here I show the benefit of a headset. It's not so much the headset that you can tell the direction, but that you can hear more faint sounds like footsteps. When you're using a headset, you can like everything doesn't sound louder. It's just that the footsteps aren't drowned out by other sounds. So at that point, I heard the guy's footsteps on the metal staircase, and that's another thing you should do if you're trying to listen for people. Have sound cues in your head. Like if you hear metal, you want to know like which direction the closest like metal is, which is what I did there. I knew that the guy was coming in the stairs, turned around and killed him instead of dying, and racked up a nice kill streak. Anyways, that's the end of the game, and that's my last assault rifle gameplay, or at least in my Gun of the Day series. Final score was 31-3, I believe. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you'd like to see the SMG Gun of the Day series and whatnot. I'll see you guys later. Bye.